Guys, today we're going to be reviewing the Kestis, Turgle, and SKOOVA Steve, anyway, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pack from Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series. This is one that I've been after for a really long time. It seems to be that in the UK we managed to get these really early. I don't think I've seen anybody do a review on this. But anyways, I've been very excited to get into this. This is my first in the gaming line of the Black Series. I think this is the perfect way to get this truly underway, maybe start a shelf over on TikTok and here on YouTube Shorts. But anyway, this is something I've been very excited to do. Taking a look at the box, perfect as always. I've been really enjoying some of the, if you want to call this, 2-pack boxes, the designs. But without wasting any more of your time, let's just jump straight into opening this thing. I'm just, very excited. But finally taking these guys out the box for a bit more of a close-up. We have obviously got Turgle. I'm going to call him SKOOVA for the rest of this video, SKOOVA. We've obviously got BD1 Cal, but I know we are all looking at that Kestis head sculpt, the mullet. It's what we all bought it for, let's be completely honest. Stev, though, is, I'm taking a look at him, and I am very excited to get a closer look at him. But anyways, here they all are, out the box. Kestis lightsabers is something that I really want to take a nice good look at as well, because there's many different forms you've got here. Obviously, Turgle stands out like a sore thumb in this set. One that I expected to be a lot smaller for some reason. He's very tall. I don't really remember that from the game. But anyways, taking a bit of a closer look, we've obviously got Cal with his buzz cut. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of this head sculpt. For some reason, it just seems really like, it seems like a weird, like it seems even shorter than a buzz cut. I don't know, there's just something that's just not right on this Cal. But for me, that's 100% okay, because I feel like everybody's only going to use this Cal mullet version. But as I did mention, Cal does in fact have many different lightsabers. He obviously has his iconic one that I believe comes with other Kestis variants. We've got the dual wield, we've got the other dual wield, the separate dual wield, we've got the single blade, and yeah, I mean, the paint jobs aren't my favorite, because obviously we get so much customization, but it'll have to do. Obviously we've got BD1 that we need to look at as well, but SKOOVA Steve for me is kind of that mini highlight of the set. I really, really do enjoy looking at him. You can take off that, kind of SKOOVA helmet that he has. Just very, very cool. I think he's going to look very good once we get the shelf going. He's also got, I believe, to be some kind of fishing rod that you can take off the back. I did find a couple issues with trying to take that off. But anyway, let's take a closer look at all of the figures in this box. But before we start, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you do. Over 92% of you guys that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so make sure to hit that follow button and maybe hit that notification bell so you get updated for more videos like this. But anyway, let's get into it. Starting up first, I feel like we have to start with Turgle. He's just like really, really staring at me. I feel like I learned a lot more about Turgle making this review than I did playing the game. I, for some reason, completely forgot that he ever had a blaster. Maybe I just completely kind of forgot about his character outside of the look. But anyways, this is a very interesting, very different looking kind of Black Series figure that we have had in the past. We do have a couple aliens, but nothing really to this kind of level. I know a lot of people will be picking this guy up just to put him in their different kind of mock sets, dioramas, all that jazz. In terms of articulation, it's honestly nothing too crazy. Turgle isn't really going to be one of those characters that you have doing crazy poses anyway. He doesn't have the elbow and the knee joints, but he does have the wingspan, as you can see. It looks good, but like, arguably, at the end of the day, we're kind of just going to have him standing, looking like Turgle looks on our Black Series shelves. So I don't think they needed to do anything too crazy with this. I mean, I would have been happy with like a statue, to be honest. Also, you couldn't really see it while he was spinning, but he does have that kind of mouth and those pretty creepy gums. But anyways, moving on to SKOOVA. This guy, to be honest, was a massive kind of small win for me within this Black Series set. I think he is honestly one of the coolest things that I've added to my collection in a little while. He's just that unique. I don't really remember too much. I didn't actually go on and complete Survivor. I kind of played the main story. I didn't go on and do all the added quests, but I was aware that he was there and he was present. I'm always dying for more things like this in the Black Series because there is always so many figures that are the same height and it's really hard to display them all, so I like the ones that can kind of sit down at the front there. In terms of articulation with this guy though, similar thing. I mean, you can move them arms up and down, you can't move the feet. You can take, obviously, the headpiece off. Just again, one of those ones that are just going to stand very, very nice in your Black Series collection, exactly like Turgle. I just think these two, pop them on the shelf, they'll look great. You leave them there, you don't need to do anything too crazy. But finally, it is the time. Let's move on to our boy, Kestis. This is the one that I'm really looking forward to. Let's just go on ahead. Him and BD1, I'm going to review together. There's no point doing them separately. I'm not going to waste your time like that. But this Cal looks really, really good. He does, I believe, have the pre-order vest that we got when Jedi Survivor did come out. The kind of Han Solo look that we did get at the beginning of that game. But anyways, without further ado, his head, to be fair, did pop off really easy. I was kind of concerned that it was going to take me longer than it did. But anyways, just with a quick swap, we have obviously got Mullet Cal. This is something that I've been waiting for. This is the main reason I bought this set. I think it's the main reason why we all bought this set. But anyways, let's prop him down. This is the first pose I decided to go with. We're not doing anything too crazy, too dynamic. It just really, really did remind me of that one part of Jedi Survivor where he does pull out... Well, I believe he used the Force to pull away the blaster from the guy sitting in the Imperial Station. So that's kind of the reason why I went with this, just to kind of showcase his blaster as well. But here he is with the single stance blade. He does have kind of like the crossguard look, but I don't believe it is the crossguard. No, it isn't. But yes, I think very, very cool. This personally wasn't my favorite. One bonus for me, though, in this set, though, was that white blade. The white blade is my favorite in all of Star Wars, so I think that works perfectly, and it is the one that I did run while playing the Jedi Survivor game, so that was a nice little bonus for me. But anyways, moving on to the dual-bladed, the Darth Maul kind of look of the lightsaber. Again, another one, very cool. I think this, I probably used this maybe the second or third most throughout the Jedi Survivor game. I think a lot of people really do like this. One thing that I do wish they had, though, was that they did include more colors, maybe. I don't know. I feel like for the price that this set was for me, I feel like we definitely got the money's worth. And then the third pose that I decided to go with was with those two single blades, the ones that disconnect. I believe this is the pose that he did when he took out the Inquisitor at the beginning of Jedi Survivor. You know, it's a bit too graphic maybe, but anyway, so I am an absolutely massive fan of this Cal Kestis figure. I believe I only had the original one that we did get of Cal with the poncho. I kind of wish that we got a poncho. But anyways, just very, very nice. As you can see here though, I did try and swap out the blades. The only issue is, with this version of Cal, the sabers are very skinny, almost like Star Wars Rebels-esque sabers. So I did try and pop in, I believe it was Ezra's from the recent Ezra drop that we had for the Ahsoka series. It's a little bit wonky. You will push it in quite far and it will kind of move that plastic about and it doesn't stay in all too well. But if you did want to mess around with the lightsabers, change the colors, if you're going to keep them in like a pose, it does work. However, I didn't really want to damage these lightsabers too much because I am happy with the white. But it is possible. It's just a little bit annoying, per se. But anyways, let's turn on the camera and get into my final review. But yeah, to finish off, as this is my first Star Wars The Black Series video, surprising because I've been making Black Series content over on TikTok and here on YouTube Shorts for well over a year now, I thought, you know what, I think this is the perfect time to kind of launch videos like this on my channel. So if you want to see more of this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment down below who your favorite Black Series figure is. But to finish off on this set, personally, I'm going to give this a straight 9 out of 10. I think SKOOVA is one of my favorite parts of this. Turgle has also been just a massive highlight. Hasbro, Star Wars, Turgle, we need more characters, we need more Black Series figures like Turgle in the Black Series line. And to finish off with Cal Kestis, this is an absolutely awesome Black Series figure. Awesome. I can't wait to play around with everything. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. But yeah, that's about it.